Good afternoon everyone, Tim Slack, Football Vagabond. Where am I? South Perth. Trying to get to do my good deed for the day, which is I'm visiting Riverview Church, the church I go to. Good Friday. So happy Easter everybody, happy Easter. Now then, let me just say, England World Cup and the squad and the shenanigans. Who's going to go, who's not going to go? Well, I'll give you a player, okay, whose loyalty and love for his club is not going to serve him well, and that's Phil Foden, because Foden has just not got enough game time in. So if the player's underprepared physically, mentally, emotionally, whatever, he's not going to make it. Such a competitive squad, and therefore for me, Foden will struggle. He's not having enough games. And it's all about game time, and every player needs to play. That's the whole reason you play football. It's not to sit on the bench. So obviously there's big things that come into consideration. Injuries puts a player's form off, and lack of game time, lack of preparation. And some players, well, in fact all players need to play football. And the fact is that, unfortunately in this case, Phil Foden, Pep doesn't see him now as a starter, so he's just underprepared. Another one who's going to struggle for me is Palmer, not because he's not at game time, but he's just not at the form that he had the season before, and he's had his injury issues. So again, injuries is such a vital component of a footballer's life. And I know, because for 10 years, from the age of mid-20s to when I retired at 37, still playing, still getting paid, although not as much as Phil Foden. But I had some shocking injuries. So coming back from injuries is always an absolute huge challenge. But again, it's part of the life. So another player for me who's going to struggle, and it's not because he's not at the game time. This lad's played some fantastic games, but he's playing for a little bit, with all due respect, not a top team, and that's Crystal Palace. And Crystal Palace have done fantastically well, but the thing that holds Wharton back is Wharton's not a natural goal scorer. And whatever the midfield components are going to be in the end, you're going to have a midfield player who can score goals. And without that, which he hasn't got, Wharton's not got that, and so he's not going to go, unfortunately. Well, I doubt very much, let's put it that way. Eze, for me, would definitely be on the plane, but he's got to overcome the injury, because he's a lad who can score goals from any position on the field, and that's what you need. If Kane stops scoring, the main supply link for the goals, Harry Kane, if Kane stops scoring, that's why you're going to need goals from all over the field, as it is anyway. The only one who comes close to that is Anthony Gordon. And Anthony Gordon at international level, at the very, very top, is still, like everybody, he's still learning, still finding his feet, but he's doing really, really well. They're talking about taking Henderson. Why take Henderson? His days, I know they're saying, he's good in the dressing room and creates a fantastic team spirit, which is super important, absolutely super important. But having said that, he hasn't got the legs either. So he's a bit part player. I would rather take Mainoo. Some people might say, well, Mainoo, okay. Talent, yes, he is a talent, but he isn't the presence in the dressing room. So there's, like I said, there's all these different variables. And the coach, Tuchel, it's not easy. It's not easy. So whoever's on that plane has fully deserved it, and the rigorous scrutiny and strategy, or whatever you want to call it, of getting the right group, the right combination of players is going to be absolutely key, because that's going to be the difference between winning it and getting to a semi-final and getting knocked out in the semi-final. Declan Rice in midfield, sterling performance this year, but he's not a natural goal scorer. Yes, he's box to box, and if he could chip in with a few more goals, absolutely fantastic. And who else is there in there? Anderson, great, another box to box potentially, and a workhorse, but again, not a free flowing goal scorer. So Anderson, he'll be on the plane though, because he's had a really good season. And then Morgan Rogers, yeah, he's another one. Good season and can score goals. So for me, he's a cert. Who else is there? I've not seen Gibbs White mentioned much. So it's all interesting. So anyway, tick and subscribe. Tell me what you think. And yeah, I've gone on a bit with this one. This was going to be a short, but it's not a short. It's gone on to be over 5 minutes. Anyway, love to you all. Enjoy your Good Friday and chat to you soon. Take care. Thanks for watching. Tim Slack over and out. Bye.